What? Oh.
So, Fernie, you want to talk about the Cowboys?
You mean how they suck?
Ah, I know this is
I'm not saying they suck. I'm saying that that's what Dak Prescott said at the very end of the game.
no, we do suck. We do suck. As a
No,
lifelong
him.
Cowboys
He
fan,
says that he sucked, which I mean he does.
no. I'm saying this as a lifelong Cowboys fan. I'm qualified to say this. I'm not a fair weather fan. I
I
am.
know you even love Jerry, even though he made a profit off of all the poor
Oh,
people during the freeze last year.
oh no, Jerry can eat a dick. I love the Cowboys because
I don't know, dude. I think you support the
I do not.
Cowboys.
No. I do not. I do not. I got, dude. Oh, you know, if Jerry wants to win a Super Bowl, I think there's only one thing to do. Like,
Die.
no, we fire Mike McCarthy and we get Jim Harbaugh, and he just backs the fuck off. Now
It's
Belichick.
not that easy, dude. It's Jerry won't back the fuck off. Like I saw reports that what if Belichick goes to Dallas?
He's not.
Belichick would never go to Dallas because Jerry Jones is the owner. It would be the owner that he would hate to have. I mean, RKK gave him almost like free
Total control.
reign. Yeah. Like Jerry Jones doesn't give his head coaches free reign.
No, not at all. No, Jerry. Belichick. I don't ever see him coming to Dallas. And honestly, I don't think it'd be a good fit because we need more than a defensive genius. We need someone that's a genius on both sides of the ball. Belichick, and I'm not knocking Belichick, but I'm saying I don't think
No, and even then, I'm pretty sure like he would be making a phone call to Bill Parcells.
do you think Bill Parcells would have a mind for it?
Bill Parcells coached for Jerry.
No, but oh, wait. So no, but are you saying Belichick?
No, I'm saying like if Belichick ever got the offer from Dallas,
Yeah.
I'm sure he would talk to Bill Parcells like, "Hey, what's it really like up there?" And I'm pretty sure Parcells is gonna be like, "It fucking sucks."
I mean, I'm sure the paychecks are nice, but yeah, you're gonna have a billionaire douchebag right on your.
Yeah, you're gonna be undercut at every fucking turn.
Mhm.
Like it's just it doesn't seem worth it.
You know, the one guy that can actually, the one thing Jerry Jones is good at, supposedly, is drafting. Supposedly, he's the one that wanted. He's the one, and I'm just saying this part. Supposedly, he's the one that wanted Dak and Zeke, and he's the one that had the idea to draft both of them.
Okay, where's Zeke now?
And no, but Zeke was good the first couple years. You gotta admit.
Okay, where's Zeke now?
Had the Patriots cut him?
He's still with the Patriots.
Okay. But no, but you gotta admit Zeke was good the
Where's
first
Dak
couple
now?
years.
How many playoff wins does Dak have? I'll give you a hint. It's the
I'll,
same as Romo.
I'll say this: I don't think they themselves are the problem. I think it's the entire organization problem. It's not strictly Dak and Zeke. You can't have that kind of scapegoat. It's all of it. It's the whole fucking thing, man.
I
Again,
also don't
as
think
a,
that Dak is the guy.
I think Dak is a good quarterback. I don't think he's the quarterback to get you out of bad situations.
I think he'll end up being like a Matthew Stafford, where you'll find out if he's the guy when he leaves. Because Matthew Stafford, I mean, was always a fucking great quarterback, had great fundamentals,
Yeah.
but I mean, he was in Detroit, and he was in Detroit when it was horrible.
Yeah. He had to leave to win his title.
So I mean, I don't think Dak is ever gonna win in Dallas. I think this could be his last year there.
You mean like the year that just ended, or you mean next year?
This year.
You know, I wouldn't hate the idea if we got a good coach. Do not stick with Mike McCarthy. Like, fuck. And I said this when we hired Mike McCarthy. I was like, really? The dude that got carried by Aaron Rodgers? Him? Like, why? And I really want Harbaugh. I think Harbaugh's the best option. Look at what he did with the 49ers. Look at what he did to Michigan. This close.
I mean, it really depends on who wants to deal with Jerry.
Plus, I want a guy that knows how to cheat. Fuck it, I'm in. I don't care. If it takes cheating to win,
He
I don't
didn't cheat.
care. I don't care. I'm tired. I'm tired
How
of getting my heart
how
broken.
did he cheat?
Harbaugh?
Yes.
As I understand it, the issue with Michigan, how much do you know about that story?
I just know it's about signals.
So, as I understand it, and I know you're gonna say everyone does it, whatever. They're the ones that got caught, so fucking they're the ones that get punished. What happened was, someone within the organization, they don't know who exactly, hired a few people to go to games of Michigan's opponents, right, before they were to ever play them.
Uh-huh.
And they bought them tickets right behind the sideline of the opposing team so they could record them and record their hand signals and do all this stuff. Like,
Okay, if your hand signals are that easily
I'm not
figured
saying,
out,
I'm not
then
saying,
I mean sucks.
I mean, that's what they did. Harbaugh knew about it, didn't stop it. That's why he got suspended. Michigan still won a national championship. Good for them. So you know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care if we get an asterisk. The Cowboys had to cheat to. I don't give a fuck. Get
It's not
Harbaugh in
cheating.
here. Like, tired of this shit, man. You know what it's like to like watch a game and just know that. And that's because I knew we weren't going to win the Super Bowl this year. Let me be very clear about this. I knew we were not going to win. My mentality was if we can at least get to the NFC Championship game, I'll be happy. If we can at least get that far, I'm good. I have realistic expectations. I don't start the year with Super Bowl or bust. I start the year off with, I hope we do good. I won't be surprised when we fail because they break my heart every year.
I
Couldn't
mean,
get that far. Somehow my expectations were realistic, and yet you still disappoint me.
eh, I don't know, man. I've seen six Super Bowls since I've been alive, so I'm pretty good.
I fucking hate you. I hate you.
Like that's why I don't get all upset like everyone else does.
How about the
I'm like,
Patriots
I'm
losing?
lucky, dude. I got to see six Super Bowls.
You did. You did.
Like, I'm
You.
happy. I'm grand. We go through a rebuild year, sure.
Do you think it'll be a rebuild year? Are y'all going to keep Mac Jones or no?
I don't know. I mean, Gerard Mayo's a brand new head coach. Um,
He's also a defensive coach. Like he's defensive minded, not offense.
defensive coach. But I mean, he's always been a locker room leader. He was a really good linebacker in his day.
Supposedly, it was instilled in his contract that he would become the next head coach once Belichick left.
Yeah, I heard
Why do you
that it
think?
was in his contract extension. And I mean, Belichick knew.
When did he sign that contract? Was it a few years ago?
No, I mean, he barely came on as a coach in 2019.
Oh, so they probably saw he was so good that they were like, "Hey, whenever Belichick walks out, you're the next man up to keep him around." Because I'm
Uh,
sure other teams may have wanted him, like if he had that much respect.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know. I don't think that they would just let anybody become a head coach, especially for the Pats.
They were already groomed.
So I'm like, I'm thinking that they know what they're doing.
Let me see here. So Stafford loses to his old team. The Lions win their first postseason game in what, 32
And
years? I think that
yep,
was it.
32 years. Now the Dolphins are the longest playoff drought team.
Damn, they didn't. I mean, they got the shit kicked out of them, but I feel like part of that, I'm not saying it's an excuse, but part of it may have been the elements, man. Like,
I
you
mean,
know,
yeah, but sucks. Gotta take what you take. But I mean, with some of those teams, I'm like, it's just irresponsible that they don't have a dome like Buffalo.
yeah,
Like it snows there, like hard.
yeah.
Like,
I,
why is there no plans for a new stadium with a fucking covered? with a dome.
I'm a little iffy on that, if I'm being honest with you, man.
Why?
One,
Minnesota has a dome.
the attraction of winter games, not winter, but weather games, whether it's raining, whether it's snow, and bear in mind, my Cowboys lost, I'd say partially because of the rain when they played the Bills. Like they were not ready for those conditions.
Yeah, but they also had to reschedule their whole fucking game to today because of the snow on Saturday.
Sucks to suck. Reschedule that bitch. I mean,
It's
what can you
fucking
do?
dumb.
But but that and also there are some arenas, there are some stadiums that are too historic to have domes. Do you ever honestly think that that what's it called? Not is it Lombardi Field? No, that's not the name. Where the Packers play. What's the
Lambeau Field, you idiot.
I forgot. You really think Lambeau Field would ever go dome? Hell no.
Well, that's because it's well, second oldest. Soldier Field is the oldest stadium.
Didn't they fuck up Soldier Field also?
I don't know if they fucked it up, but they did add press boxes to it.
And supposedly it looks disgusting now, right?
I mean, the Lambeau Field has press boxes and shit.
Let's see. Chicago Bears. No, I don't think they play at Soldier Field anymore.
Yes, they do.
Do they? I thought they were renovating it.
No, they do play at Soldier Field.
Let me see. Tenants. Let's see. Da, 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 Chicago. The Chicago Cardinals. What the fuck? No. Okay, maybe I'm looking at something different. But yeah, I thought that I know they renovated parts of Soldier Field, but supposedly it looks, I mean, from what I understand, I watched some Bears fans like that were just like bitching and moaning, bitching and moaning, complaining about how bad it looked. You're right, they do still hold the Bears. You're right, you're right.
Yeah, I told you.
But no, but I assumed from all that, I thought that they were getting a new stadium. Anyway, that said, fucking and
No, teams that have like those type of
stadiums.
yeah, like the old stadiums, like they're not gonna move.
Fuck no. Lastly, and I was really pulling for them. The Browns lost to the Texans 14-45. Poor Joe Flacco, man. I really wanted him to go on a tear.
I mean, I didn't mind whatchamacallit, Houston winning, especially for their head coach. Their head coach is one of those former player coaches.
Mm.
And he
And
played for the Texans.
well, I just saw the stat. So the Texans are the first team to ever win a playoff game with both a rookie quarterback and a rookie head coach.
I mean,
Mm. And the
CJ
Packers,
Stroud is probably one of their better picks that they've ever made.
I and to think the Panthers could have had CJ Stroud. And all to also add historicness to this goddamn podcast about movies. Um, the Packers are the first ever 7 seed to win their game. The Cowboys are the first number 2 seed to ever lose in the wild card round. I
Yeah.
mean, in the wild card round. So
Well,
fuck,
I mean, the number two never really played in the wild card round.
that's true. Yeah. Well, now, well, the past 3 years they have, and fuck. Anyway, that's
Hey, they made history. That's good.
I hate you. I hate. No, you know what? I don't hate you. I hate the Cowboys right now.
You hate yourself.
I
Let's
hate.
be honest here.
Why don't they
Say
change already?
it.
Why do they hurt me? Why don't they change?
I don't know.
That I'm cutting that part. Ah, all right. You want to talk about this hunk of shit film?
Well, it's not January if there's not some shitty horror movie that comes out in it.
Fair enough. Hurry, hit the intro.
Hey, everybody, this is Fernando from the Rollback Podcast, and today Eddie and I have the misfortune of reviewing Night Swim.
Man, this God. Dude, let me pull up the
Thank God for AMC stubs. I will say that.
I'm gonna name that in just a sec, but I agree. So, synopsis: forced into early retirement by degenerative disease (MS), former baseball player Ray Waller moves into a new house with his wife and two children. He hopes that the backyard swimming pool will be fun for the kids and provide physical therapy for himself. However, a dark secret from the home's past soon unleashes a malevolent force that drags the family into the depths of an inescapable terror.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Like, okay, so what did you think when the trailer first dropped, like 4 months ago?
I was like, seriously, a horror movie about a pool?
This movie feels very 70s in a bad way. Like they're making horror movies about anything.
I will give them this. I don't think I've seen this concept before.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
So I will give them 1 point for originality.
I'll give them 1 point for the folks. We're just jumping into spoilers. If you haven't seen this movie, don't bother watching it. It's not worth it.
If you
Uh,
have stubs, go ahead and watch it. You have 3 tickets a week.
that's true, dude. Okay, so as of right now, I've seen 5 films this year with AMC stubs. This movie
You have
technically
stubs now?
is a stub. Yeah, AMC, the one where you get three free tickets a week, right?
You never told me that you got stubs.
Yeah, hell yeah, I have stubs now. Like fucking, otherwise I wouldn't be able to review so many movies.
Yeah. I
Um,
told you it's a pretty decent investment for guys like us that go to the movies.
yeah. Well, I mean, even if you just go to movies twice a month, it's worth it. We're not sponsored by AMC, although AMC, if you do want to sponsor us, we'll take it.
Sure. I'll be your fucking spokesperson. Kick out Nicole Kidman. I'm tired of seeing that goddamn commercial every time I'm going to the movies. Now you actually make me want to miss trailers because of that fucking commercial.
I wish they would change it every year to a different actor. Like if they changed it every year and
Fuck, I wish that they just wouldn't have that corny ass trailer.
but like, okay, imagine 1 year fine Nicole Kidman, then the next year Ryan Reynolds, and it's funny, and then the following year it's I don't know,
I
Margot
think they
Robbie.
were being real bitches when they got pissed off at Saw for making fun of it because that was definitely the best spoof trailer I've seen.
They should AMC should just do it differently every year with a different actor. And that would make it tolerable at least. It could be different, entertaining in a different way, but whatever.
They should just not do it.
But
Like, come
this,
on, man. I'm here to watch a movie. Not here to be given a lecture about why I'm here. I know why I'm here.
you know what? There's one good thing about that goddamn trailer. You know what it is? It
Gives
gives
you
me
time
time
to
to
go to
get
the bathroom.
yes, it gives me time to get my snack settled, and if I gotta take a quick piss, boom.
And sidetrack,
Mhm.
I will say this. So where we're from, we really only have two theaters, Cinemark or AMC.
Yeah.
And Cinemark's movie club thing, cool. Like you get a discount off of snacks. I will say like that's actually pretty good. But the thing I do not like about Movie Pass is that so where we are, there's no separate line for Movie Pass, and the lines get pretty long. Like if you go during like a peak hour, like Christmas Day, for example, fucking people have nothing else to do on Christmas Day, and one of the few things that are open are the movies, and the lines are always god fucking long on Christmas Day. And I will say this about Stubs: at least they have separate lines, like one for the gold membership and then one for the poors on the side. Don't laugh at that.
I remember you told me that once before I got AMC stubs. You were like,
Yeah, we went to the movies. I'm like, that's the line for the pores. Even then, if you get the gold membership,
Mhm.
because they have the regular membership, gold, and then stubs.
Yeah.
The regular gold membership is $15 for the year, and you get to skip the line
So what does
for
gold
the
come
most
with
part.
that Stubbs doesn't?
I think you get like a few little more perks, and then but you don't get tickets. But I think you
Oh,
get
okay.
I think you get
Some discounts or some shit.
like I think so. I think you get that, and I think you get access to the whole when you spend 50, you get $5 on your rewards account.
Yeah.
So I think you get access to that. But yeah, I was just like, fucking I'll take Cinemark's 25% off of snacks. That's cool.
Mhm.
But the line shortage at AMC, that's what gets me. I will always, and the bucket. You buy a bucket, it's 5.25 to fill.
Mhm.
Like no brainer for me.
Fair enough, man. I AMC, so I'm loyal to a certain movie theater. The
Also
cinema.
the popcorn. The popcorn has like just the right amount of staleness
Uh-huh.
that that makes it enjoyable.
Yeah, I've never noticed. I've never noticed the tasting
S-
difference in popcorn.
Cinemark popcorn makes my stomach hurt after a while.
Really? It's so soft
Yeah.
and crunchy.
And some I honestly I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like every time I go, they burn the fucking popcorn. And you could always get the burnt and you always taste the burnt popcorn.
Really? I've never had that. It always comes out like perfectly soft but crunchy. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Sidetrack to the sidetrack, you realize that we're talking about popcorn in movie theaters and subscription services to movie theaters. That probably tells you on how boring this movie was.
Oh God. Should we jump back into it and just rip it apart for a few minutes? Because
Sure.
okay. So this movie was written, directed, and screenplayed by Bryce McGuire. Mate,
Fuck you, Bryce.
you owe me $4. And I understand, I try to find something positive in most films to like latch onto.
Yeah, you really have that bad habit of doing that. You just don't want to hate anything.
I'm trying to be more positive, but dude, I couldn't find shit in this film. The the one point I'll give it is this: I like the fact, not like, ugh. I really enjoyed the fact that when the mom, when Miss Carrie Kondo, her character Eve, goes to see Kay, I think that's the mom. So the movie opens with a young girl going to the pool trying to retrieve a toy for her brother who's sick. Later on in the film, the mom, Eve, goes to see her to ask, "Hey, what happened? Like, can you help me? I need to know about this because there have been other deaths. Like, what's up?"
Oh yeah.
And Kay says her son was sick. Her daughter was basically a sacrifice. Like, she made a deal. She made
She's like, oh man, I wish I could do what I really want to do in my head, but I can't because you'll be upset with me.
oh,
But
just shut up and do it, and I'll decide if I have to edit it out later.
I like, see, I told you, you were gonna be upset. I fucking told you. I don't know why you didn't believe me.
I was like, what's he gonna like? I thought you were gonna say something like, oh, of course she has a favorite child, like something like that. Or of course she let the daughter die, the son. See, I thought that's what you were gonna say. Oh God, okay. So 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 Eve goes to talk to Kay, and Kay says, yeah, it's a monkey's paw situation. She sacrificed her daughter to save her son. And
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was more
And
like,
she's like super cool about it.
yeah, like I thought she was gonna be like, I wish for my son to get better, but it cost me my daughter. Go save your family.
She's like, she's young and stupid and healthy. Let's kill her.
Like easy. Like, okay, I my daughter died, but I got a senator for a son. It's worth it. It's a fair trade.
Is he a
Um,
senator? I thought he was just in the army.
I thought he was a business guy. I mean, yeah, I thought he was a politician. Either way, he's a big
Maybe.
guy that makes a lot of money. He pays for his mom's house, but apparently he doesn't visit often enough because
Oh, I wonder why. You know, Mom, it's a little hard to be here when you tell me that you killed my sister so I could be here.
yeah. Do you think he knows? I wonder if he knows.
I'm sure he knows. That's why he doesn't fucking go over.
Fair. But yeah, so I like that. I was not expecting her to react like that. I thought she was gonna be like, "It's bad, go save your family." Instead, she's
Well,
like,
before that, we're treated to Kurt Russell's kid Wyatt fucking drowning a kid.
"Yeah, oh shit, that's right." He bruises the kid's knees. That sounds bad.
It sounds so
It
bad when you
sounds
say it like
really
that.
bad.
He bruised his knees. No,
Oh,
not his knees, his thighs,
that's this.
which
I think
sounds
it's
even
worse.
worse.
Yeah, I think that's worse. Oh
Oh,
God.
oh,
So
Wyatt.
okay,
No means no, god damn it.
so so Ray and Eve buy this house. He's dealing with MS. He wants to recover. The doctor says, "Hey, that pool could be really therapeutic. Like it could be a good therapy to try and prolong his life because he's a former pro baseball player apparently."
Yeah,
Which that's gotta suck, man. Imagine you bust your ass, you make it to the majors, and then not an injury takes you out, a fucking degenerative disease. That sucks.
sure
Uh,
it sucks.
huh?
I'm sure it sucks. I mean, because it's not like you chose to fucking be sick, or it's not like you kept like throwing too hard. It was just you're fucking sick.
Like if he tore his rotator cuff, fair enough, injuries happen. No control over this, but I digress.
Hmm.
And after the family buys the house, that's when they stretch this goddamn movie. This movie's only 98 minutes long. I'm
There
pretty
were a few times where I checked my watch, like, all right, how much fucking longer do we have in this goddamn movie?
Dude, I'm pretty sure if I could cut this movie down to like an hour and 8 minutes, easy.
And
Like,
then it wouldn't be a movie. It'd
that's
be
the
a
problem,
fucking
dude.
TV special.
Dude, this should not have been a movie. This should have, at best case scenario, this should have been like a Halloween special on Hulu or something.
I
But
just
it's a
don't get why
fucking
it's called
movie.
Night Swim. It hardly has to do at night.
I don't know, maybe because Night Swim sounds cool. I don't know. And the bullshit thing is that it's produced by James Blum and by Jason Blum and James Wan, right? Two legitimate powerhouses in the world of horror.
And let's be honest, man. When they were producing this movie, they were probably just signing off on paychecks and shit.
If anything, I'll give this the when the monsters first emerge, like they look creepy. Pretty sure that's James Wan.
The first one looked creepy, but then the fat dude kind of like, I was like, that's kind of low tech.
Okay. And I think Jason Blum probably like locations, like he has a good eye for shit that looks good, like maybe that, but Bryce
And you know what's
McGuire.
crazy is that fucking Blumhouse like just took over as king of horror.
No, I'm proud of Blumhouse. So they have a very simple but it works formula. They take young directors and they say, "Hey, we'll give you a $silver deal. You direct one for us, we'll pay you for the whatever one you want to do next, right?" Um, so they make these like horror films on like a tiny fucking budget of like $5 to $10 million, if that much. And those
Mm.
movies typically gross back like 70 million around there. You're always getting at least five times back
But
your investment.
don't you kind of miss the old days where like every company would make like a horror movie? Like Warner Brothers would make a horror movie, Miramax, back when Miramax was still a fucking powerhouse of a company. Um Paramount. Like now it's just all fucking Blumhouse or A24.
Well, so Blumhouse doesn't necessarily make all of them, but they produce
They
alongside.
make the majority of them.
Yeah, so from what I'm checking here, it's like if you like, for example, they made Exorcist Believer, Five Nights at Freddy's, and Night Swim with Universal. They worked with Amazon, MGM to make Totally Killer. They worked with MGM Plus to make The Passenger. They worked with Sony to make
So
Insidious.
what? They're just like a producer company,
Yeah, like kind of like if you want a horror film, you go to Blumhouse and they'll make it for you. You just pay them for it.
and then the distributors, these bigger companies.
Exactly. That's essentially the idea that they're doing.
Uh,
And it's even with like Netflix, Epix, Focus Pictures, so like Paramount Plus, like so it's not just that Blumhouse is producing them. It's necessarily it's they're getting paid to make all of this.
hmm.
Um Which I mean, not all of them are hits, man. Like some of them are good, some of them suck.
This is one of the
This
ones that suck.
I completely fucking agree with you on this, man. It's not good.
You know
Uh,
what I just find so daunting is that someone watched this before it came out and was like, this is fucking ready to go, dude. This is ready to fucking go.
you know what I think though? I don't necessarily think that they were like it's ready to go. They're like, look, the strike fucked over like a good chunk of our slate. We need to release something to make some money. So let's do Night Swim. And this movie bafflingly has grossed $30 million against a $15 million budget.
It's a slow month. January's always been notoriously slow.
But like, you know what this
I'm
reminds me
pretty
of?
sure Iron Claw's making more money than fucking Night Swim right now.
Let's find out. Let's see. The Iron Claw, up to date has grossed, dude, 30 million, and it's been out way longer. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to us, well, go watch the Iron Claw. It is 1,000 times better than this hunk of shit of film.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Especially if you got a chick, take her. She'll fucking cry at the end.
The Iron Claw?
Yeah.
Very true. Night Swim, dude, when I watched it, there were a bunch of couples and they all looked bored. Like towards the end, I was looking around and almost everyone was on their phone. Like,
Yeah. I was on my phone near the end too.
dude, like there's nothing. I think as a short film, not bad. And there was a proof of concept that Bryce directed where he made it. Like he made a short film of this. Great idea. Expand it to the house. Make it to where the house is like, hey, we can grant a wish, but it's going to cost you something in return. That's interesting. I think that could work.
I just feel like, yes, this concept could have worked if they added more horror.
More horror, more story too, man. Like imagine like the house, the property is what's haunted, and like the not Eve. What was the name of the dog? Izzy. Imagine Izzy, that guy that you liked from the high school, the swimmer.
Uh-huh.
Imagine if he just went missing, like in the pool, just randomly, and they find him like floating downstream, like something on the property killed him. Okay, that's a body count. That's something, and you go from there. Just I don't know, man. This movie was so fucking basic,
Yeah.
and
And not a lot of horror.
no, it was like it was depending on it being like just slightly creepy. It wasn't though.
Yeah, like I don't know. And it's true. Like January's all when it comes to movies, January is always where they toss out like the shit fucking movies. Like I don't know why. Like it is, but that's just always how it's been. January always gets the shit movies. And
Tax write-offs?
maybe because I mean, December is where all the heavy hitters for award season is going to start popping up because they're squeaking in at the very end just so that people can be like it could be fresh in their heads. And so like I don't know, I think January they really just save it for the bottom of the barrel
I mean, dude, yeah, the original, the proof of concept, short film is only 4 minutes.
for Night Swim, the one that's based off.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Like, and the thing is, it's proof of concept, just like, hey, this is my idea. This is what it would be like. It's just a woman swimming. She goes
Mhm.
out to leave. There's something that's approaching her. It looks,
Golden money.
which is like, dude, this movie just blows. Don't, God, I'm gonna do a video review and I'm gonna just skewer the goddamn film. But all right, what do you want to keep talking about it? This movie just frustrates me.
We could talk about the state of horror.
Deal. Do you? I don't like where we're going in horror.
What, you mean how it's either going to be super artsy or like not good at all? Because, I mean, let's be honest. How many horror movies have you seen like recently that are really good? Like that actually scare the piss out of you?
can't remember the last time I saw a horror movie and was scared. Like the thing is the Conjuring universe used to be my go-to of like this shit will scare me. The Nun 2 like scared me a few times, like pop-up scares, but I was never like, oh shit. I only ever get one of those a year, and I can't remember the last time I had one. What about you?
I remember when the La Llorona came out,
Yeah.
when the Conjuring universe decided to make it a little spicy and make it a little Mexican.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember watching the movie and calling out every single jump scare.
Like you mentally, or you were actually like yelling at people, like, hey, this was
I
going.
think I was with my brother, and I was like, she's gonna pop out there, and then voila, there she was. But like, I mean, Exorcist believers, I didn't hate it as much as a lot of people did, especially the critics. The critics really didn't like that fucking movie. Um,
I thought it was fine. Like
I thought it
fucking
was fine. Scary. It wasn't really scary to me.
what's it called? No, Believer was more. It was scary, but it wasn't scary in a traditional sense. It looked creepy as fuck. I'll give it.
Yeah, like the trailer looked scary,
Yeah. Well,
but
also,
like the movie itself, I was like, it's not really that scary. And then we have like the reboots and the requels of popular horror movies like Halloween, Scream,
you know.
and then that's like their own niche, but they're not scary. It's really just like a fun experience.
So let me ask you this: what did you think of Five Nights at Freddy's?
It was okay. Scary, no, but I mean it was okay. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't hate it.
What about Megan or Talk to Me?
Megan, I liked. Talk to Me, I thought was scary. Let me rephrase. I think Talk to Me is probably like the one of the last movies that scared me. And I will give them this. It's probably my favorite A24 movie, and then Iron Claw.
Hmm. Oh, what about Evil Dead Rise?
That one was good. Evil Dead Rise, but that I think that jumps also into the requel sequel aspect of horror movies, where they're taking this popular product that we already know, and they're going based off of that. Granted, they did give us a different story, a different book in Evil Dead, as opposed to just saying like it's the same book again.
You know, I'm running through the top movies of horror last year, and a lot of them are like these artsy movies. Like, there's not a lot of. I'm in slashers, like good slashers. I don't remember the last time I saw a good slasher movie, man.
Um, Halloween Ends.
I rewrote that movie, so I don't know.
Fuck, man. I
Oh,
remember
we saw it
watching
together.
it, and in my head, I was trying so hard
I
to
like it.
find good things to say about it.
Uh-huh.
But then, like, after a while of digesting, I was like, what the fuck did they do to Michael?
I I think I remember we were in the theater, and I think I remember you telling me I can't believe they just let him punk out Michael like a bitch.
Yeah.
Which
Some kid fucking punks out Michael like a two-bit bitch and just steals his mask. How disrespectful is that? That he steals his fucking mask and then leaves him in the sewer like a fucking whore. Like, clean yourself up, bitch, and then spits on him. I can only imagine he spit on him. I don't know if he did, but I mean, you punk out Michael Myers, you spit on him to
I
show your
mean,
dominance.
I'm not sure many people could, assert dominance over Michael Myers, but you're not completely wrong there.
Neither did I, Eddie. But apparently, this kid is fucking Superman and can beat the fuck out of Michael Myers.
He does look like Superman, you gotta admit. He did. But god damn, man. I miss good slashers. Like I want an original slasher. A dude who I look at and I'm just like, yeah, no, he'll kick my ass. I'm gonna die.
Do you think like it's just that we're not scared anymore?
No, because okay, so the modern people I think that write horror or that direct horror or produce horror, it's cheaper and easier and faster to do either possession movies or art house films where the horror is psychological.
Fuck,
That's
man, I'm so over possession movies. Like the first Conjuring, don't get me wrong, was really good. I
yeah,
love the first Conjuring.
yeah.
Annabelle, even the first Annabelle, I liked the first Annabelle.
Mhm.
Like that one was a fun experience to watch in theaters. I remember watching it in theaters with you. It
Yeah,
was in the Cinemark one before they started switching to the recliners and the assigned seating, where you actually had to find good fucking seats.
yeah. Oh fuck, that was a while
I
back.
remember you got yelled at.
But what?
Yeah. Remember you were holding our seats? You were holding like 7 seats,
Oh my God, we all
and
went as a
someone was
group.
like, "Hey, like you're not supposed to be holding all those seats."
We went as a group, didn't we? The crew.
Yeah, it was me, you, Shu, Nikki, I believe, went as well. Steve, Tara.
Oh shit. Oh my God, I remember the. I vaguely remember that. I do remember I've been bitched out of the theaters before for holding seats. I remember that. That was
Yeah, you got bitched out because you were holding like 7 seats.
and they were good seats too. It's not like they were in shitty sections. Like
Yeah,
I
like they were actually really decent seats. And it's not like we were on the bottom. Like we actually had pretty good seats. And I remember when we were watching Annabelle, it was the scene of the elevator where like she's clicking like six, she's
yeah.
clicking her floor,
Oh shit.
and
You remember you guys that now.
then someone yelled out in the theater, "Press 7."
No, I remember now. The doors open and we see the baby thing move, and I think Steve was like, "Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh
Like that
no!"
one was actually a pretty good fun experience movie.
Yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's, I'll give it this, was a fun experience. If
I,
you,
I don't think it sucked. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think it sucked, but I don't think it was scary. And I think it's really for the people that played the game.
yeah, it's not meant to be a horror film. It's more meant to be a fun film that includes horror in it or scary
No,
stuff.
and you brought up Megan earlier. Megan was fun in the same aspect that Chucky was fun, but even the first Chucky had like a pretty good element of scare on it.
Yeah. I Do you think we're going in a good or bad direction when it comes to horror right now?
I think we're going in a bad direction because right now even movie making's pretty bad because it's just like unless they know that they can make money off of it,
Mhm.
they're like very like, well then we're gonna have to make this at a budget of like 5 million. Granted, I'm not saying it's impossible. Godzilla minus one was made at a budget of what,
15.
15 million?
Yeah.
Like that was the sweet spot of the 90s.
And Godzilla minus one, I think it either is about to or will cross. It's the highest grossing Japanese Godzilla film ever made. And I think it's about to cross the 100 million mark. Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's 3 mil away.
yeah, like it's not impossible to make money off of a low budget film, but it does make it harder. And I will say this, it's not impossible. We have low budget horror films that have made millions of dollars. Granted, they are diamonds in the rough. We have Paranormal Activity, we have Blair Witch Project. Like those movies were low budget movies and they made millions of dollars.
I think though also those were groundbreaking at the time. The Blair Witch Project, people thought that they were actually dead. Like there was
Oh
an
yeah. That was
supposedly
the beauty about the 90s is that the internet was not that advanced.
you
So
couldn't
like
just
it was possible to make it seem like these people were actually missing, that they were dead.
what's called
Like that was the great part about the 90s.
um I remember God, I miss watching movies in like the 2000s, the early 2000s before spoilers. And I know I'm talking
Oh
about
yeah.
when, like in middle school, but like now
Or before the trailers show fucking everything.
Well, okay, so I've actually like dived into that as to why they do that. Apparently, marketing shows like marketing strategists are like our studies show that people want that. Like they want the trailer to tell you a bare bones outlook of the story. That way you know what you're buying versus being super vague and you don't know what you're getting.
I'd rather it be super vague. Granted, I know I'm not the majority, but like speaking for myself, I'd rather just be vague.
I
Granted, that's how you get movies like Skinamarink.
Well, no, okay, but that movie's vague to be vague though. It's not like it's like, oh, you don't know what it's about. It's an actual like very
Vague ass movie. My
yeah.
brother saw it and I was just like, I remember seeing the trailer. I thought the trailer was creepy, but I was like, this just looks too fucking like art student trying to be real smart in this one.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to be smart. It's just like, can we get a movie with if you're gonna
Dialogue?
huh?
With dialogue?
Yeah, with a decent fucking story. The thing is, Skinamarink, I think it's supposed to be from the perspective of a kid who suffers a brain injury and he's slowly like losing himself in his own mind as like he's dying.
But yeah, look, see, there's a whole fucking backstory. How about just a killer and a or a demon? Like even a demon, I'll take a demon at this point.
Oh man, I wish it was that simple. I really fucking wish it was that simple, man. But it's not. We both know it's not.
I wish.
But no, but okay. Night Swim, what grade do you want to give this?
I would give Night Swim a fucking. I would give it a D minus.
Why not an F? Well, what's stopping it from being an F?
I didn't walk out of it.
Have you ever walked out of a movie?
No, thank God. I honestly did consider it though.
Man, you know I've only ever fallen asleep during two movies. It was
Really? I
huh?
fall asleep during Wonka. God, that movie was boring.
It was fun. Fuck you.
It was boring.
Um, no, Black Mass, the one with Johnny Depp, and
I never saw that one.
dude, that trailer was full of shit. That trailer showed you all the good parts, if there
Gay.
were any good parts in the movie. And Resident Evil, I had to watch it twice.
Resident Evil. Which one? The new one?
The Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh. Yeah, I knew they fucked up when like they started miscasting a bunch of people.
See, I don't think you okay. They can cast someone unconventional, which is fine, but at least let the story or the action or the adventure be so good that you don't notice. Like I could be fucking what's his name? Not Chris Redfield. Who's the other guy?
Leon?
Yeah, I could be Leon Kennedy if the story
No,
is good enough.
you, Leon, I would kill
Or
the
you,
director
or
and I
you.
would hang him from a tree by his entrails.
Jesus. As long as the story is good, like it's worth it. And this just was not. It just fucking wasn't.
Which
Uh,
is a shame because I feel like Resident Evil is probably the most movie doable franchise of video games, but for some reason they always fuck it up.
did you know before we ever got the ones with Mila Jovovich, George A. Romero was supposed to direct it?
Not surprised.
They gave him, I think, like it was like I want to say like a million, somewhere between $1 to $3 million to do a proof of concept, and that's what they used as the trailer for the I think the sequel to the game. But it was he was like, "This is how I would do it." They were like, "Oh, we're in," and then it fell through. It kept falling through. So yeah, but yeah, folks, this movie's an F, and I don't think I've ever given an F, or
Wow.
very rarely do. I usually give C's.
Who would have thought that I'm the one that's a good cop in this one?
Dude, there's nothing good in this. I'll do a rewrite for this film because I think I know how they could have made the concept better. But other than that, man, this movie, there's a reason. I think this review is like what, 50 minutes long, and we talk about like other stuff for a good 35 minutes.
We talked about sports. We talked about the state of
Or
State of Horror.
who our Stubbs accounts.
Our Stubbs accounts. What's good between that one and Cinemark?
We talked about Annabelle and popcorn. Like, dude, fuck this movie.
I wish we had an Alamo Draft House here.
Where's the nearest one? I think the nearest one is in Corpus.
I thought it was San Antonio. Oh, but I guess Corpus is
Or maybe it's
shorter.
not Alamo Draft House. It's a place though where you can order beer and they bring you your food and stuff. I
Well,
don't.
I mean, that was the concept of they were supposed to make one here,
Oh, but it fell through, right?
but
Funding?
it
Or
fell through.
I wonder why though. I want to know.
I don't know. And then they turned it into that shitty ass Cinemark movie bistro.
It's overpriced, if we're being honest. I can't defend it. It's
It's
overpriced.
overpriced. They don't do they bring you the food? They do, right?
Yeah.
But you can't order in the middle of a movie,
Nope.
which is fucking stupid. Like the thing, like if you're a movie goer, Alamo Draft House is awesome because one, free refills on both popcorn and soda. Like if you want to go on a date, cool. But like if you're just a moviegoer, like you're very simple. You like popcorn, you like movies.
Oh, it is an Alamo Draft House. I was right. Okay, it is.
What?
The one in Corpus, the one that I went to with Nikki. Yeah, it's pretty. Yes, okay, it is an Alamo. Yeah, it's pretty badass. Alamo Draft House is probably might be the best movie theater chain. Yeah,
Like it is nice. Like I did like going to it. Granted, they don't have things like IMAX and things like that, but
the food's good.
that's yeah, like for me, I'm like, if you're a fucking popcorn slut like myself, like it's great because you get free popcorn, you get free refills.
Yeah. Ah, all right. I think this is gonna do it for this shitty review of this shitty movie.
Oh, before we go, you know which movie I was watching right now? Heavyweights, the one from the
Oh,
90s.
with Ben Stiller.
Dude, that one has like so many random people in there. Like it has Paul Feig in there as an actor. He's the guy who did Bridesmaids, um the shitty Ghostbusters.
Huh.
Uh, and it also has the fucking director from Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon, uh all those movies. He's in there randomly as a fucking uh as a as a lunchroom person.
Dude, Keenan Thompson's God damn, I
Oh
forgot.
yeah. That was the height of his child career.
Well, in a post-credit scene, wait, is this real? In a post-credit scene, Tony is now an unsuccessful door-to-door salesman selling healing crystals.
I've never seen that.
What?
That I've never seen. I don't know if that's true or not.
I think someone just added it just to see if anyone else would see it. Well, do you, random individual who added that? Yes, we see you.
Hmm.
This
Interesting.
heavyweights post credit scene. Holy shit, it's true. So before the MCU ever existed, heavyweights did it first. That's all it's ever been. They were just copying heavyweights the whole time.
Gross. I love Heavyweights. That movie is so politically incorrect. I love it. A movie about a fat camp?
That would never be made today, and you know it.
Fuck no. But I love that movie, especially as a former fat kid. Well, let's be honest, still fat kid. But
Same.
I love that movie. That movie is awesome.
So you'll be happy to know, as far as like
I feel skinny, Tony.
the audience score, like they double checked reviews. Currently, it's at an A minus. Like audiences still love it.
Yeah, Heavyweights is awesome. Ben Stiller is a psycho in this movie. Like the cast is great. It's a fucking awesome movie. I love that movie.
I feel like they would never be made today. Fuck no.
Well, they made whatchamacallit, The Big Green. It's a story about these kids in the middle of Texas that play soccer because there's no other god awful sport there, which is shockingly weird because you would think football would be a thing. But they play soccer. they have one Mexican kid on the team who's really good to the point where the opponent's team in the finals calls ice on him to
What?
get him deported.
That wait, what?
Yeah. They are illegal, but he calls the fucking government trying to get this kid deported because he's that insane and wants to win this teen soccer game.
The fuck is wrong with these people? Jesus.
It's not real if you don't use the fear of deportation as a construct in your movie, Dito.
Knights coach Jay Huffer. Who the fuck plays Jay?
Yeah.
Can't find him. Oh, J.O. Sanders. I guess the dude looks nuts. Oh my,
Yeah, he pretty much tries to get the kid deported. And yeah, that is what the villain in the movie does.
that's I'm not proud of that one. I'm really not. Oh God. Okay.
Overall, still love that movie. It's great.
Instead of watching Night Watch, instead of watching Night Swim, go watch Heavyweights or The Big Green.
Yeah, go watch 90s movies from Disney. Those were awesome.
Yeah, are they on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Oh shit, they actually have those movies on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
All right.
Heavyweights is on Disney Plus. So is whatchamacallit. I've been trying to watch Echo. So far it's good. I like it.
Echo.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, folks. Echo. It's not terrible. All right. I gotta run.
All right, let me end this. Thank you everyone for joining us for our podcast and random podcast of everything else, but mostly of the review of the movie Night Swim. We know it sucks, but if you have stubs, go watch it and decide for yourselves. You get 3 tickets a week, might as well just use them. But yeah, this is me, Fernie,
And I've been Eddie.
and this was your review of Night Swim. Let's cut it.
Bitchin'. All right. I'll cut this episode up and I'll probably put it up tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Later.